woman want to be round up. Something must kill a man. But a woman want to be sweet and soft. Something must kill a man. But a woman want to be round up. How did the Providence say no man? But every day they buy shoes and car. So if I owe you, don't get very even the condition we need peace.
We need unity, equal rights and justice in Africa. Yeah. Not don't get rocking out of here. Show clear how in love to your fellow man. They can't be you. Now the African mentality can't be you. They can't be me. Now they just get it all every day. Can't be us. They can't be you. And I so say, shit. Listen, every day I see plenty people suffering. Then I see them small enjoying. Then they act that they lucky. You look at them as some African mentality. Destructive jealousy, hatred, envy, wetty black heart, that desperate society. From the only day to present day, everybody say you see that same old mentality. When you not know me, I know you. When I'm part of my crew, you do me, I do you. The only way that you can make it through, you either join my crew, then you face me, I face you. Or in the churches, the African mentality. The bosses who crying for now we get way. People crying, talking, say they yeah, let's stop it. All the people on the side talking, no way we like it. Talk about wet boy, hey, show. Talk about the people can't talk.
Be myself and I.
Now the African mentality.
Be myself and I.
Like it on every day.
Be myself and I.
They try to jealousy and
be myself and I.
People crying for now we get way. Can't be me, they can't be you. Everybody gonna say that we're one. They can't be you, they can't be me. You know me, I was swinging to what we do by. They can't be us, they can't be you. And I'm following you, shining to buy. I'm so sick, then I'm so sick.
Everybody wanted what I said. Nobody won't have nobody. Everybody fighting for what I said. Yeah. From one person to one family, one credit from the same community. Yeah, now the African mentality. More is affecting the society. There's no more competency. That check every ministry. Yeah, for working to get salary. Yeah, the African mentality. Every student to get scholarship. That I seen old mentality. They say all for one for all, for one man, one take all, and carry it away all. Reach out every day while the poor people they suffer. For justice, security when my people on a hostage. Opposition say they want to demonstrate. As soon as the black drop, see them cutting that big.
Be myself and I. Be myself and I. Be myself and I. Be myself and I.
Can't be me, they can't be you. And everybody wanna say that we're one for one. We can't be you, they can't be me. You know me, I was swinging to what we do by. It can't be us, they can't be you. And I'm found. You know this year what you buy. I'm so simple, then I'm so simple. Listen, when we get away, we change our mind, attitude, and live happy in the one place. Everybody that the government is stealing to your home, you put him off on the president. Look out to just everybody wants to be. No more fighting, but stay people that come in. Baby that born today, calculate the rich plan, people in the put you in the city. You eat and eat, I don't want to know. Who you're not inside, you're not know. What they all come on in the iron way of finish. Everything you just say we not know. I call them back in more shadow. I ain't new bottle. My people, you're hello. This time, no more tea different me. See, baby, you want she can be myself and I. So say I. Do I now? Too much shine, I got you.
The content of my nail screen last. and I was elected duty as a senator. You gave me confirmation power. But I'm coerced to confirm people. So with people who say that the vice president and myself will not work together, I think the vice president doesn't want to work with me. I want to say it clearly to the public so they can understand. We have been subjected like a bare ball, and I asked Samuel Cook, I'm not going to accept that. Once I was elected as a senator of this country, I must be given the opportunity to recommend my citizen. It is my fiduciary responsibility. I just said now a group of citizens crying on me for a job. Then one individual supersedes everything he does, the country work, he does the nation work. Then who am I? If a vice president goes to the president and says, well, Nima candidate and my candidate leave with me, out of courtesy, teamwork, he will listen to him. But in my mind, the vice president should reciprocate. He and more that he can go to the vice president or the president to say that anything that has to do, please refer to me. Equally so. When we make recommendations, it should be accepted as a legislator of the country. Then show good faith. But you cannot be the only one that will take the shot. Then we live on a wayward. No, I don't think that's the proper way forward to go. And ask Samuel Koga will not accept it. I can tell you for free. Well, the period of the time that the Nima elected me for, the time elapsed, and they want to take their job, fine. But the Nima people know that I'm somebody who is a straight talker, and they know that I can defend them, fine. I don't think that is the way we're supposed to go. We need to respect each other in this country. Politics should not be because I got the upper hand, so therefore I can suppress anybody. No, for me, I'm a water. When you tie me on the other side, I can bust another way to make way for me to live. And what I'm saying here is what's happening. It's not secret. The vice president is listening to people that, oh, that man there, pretty soon he will be vice president running me to somebody. So he believes in it. Maybe he want to elevate me. My disappointment is, number one, that the vice president often tell me since he got a seat as vice president, how many persons have I recommended in this government to serve in the government as presidential appointee? 0. Every appointment in Nima County was done by him. He and I would discuss something as a brother. To implement it, you will bypass me and do different things. I better keep it. I don't talk on it. Look at what happened in district number 5. If my brother sincerely want to work with me, he's not listening to gossip. And we're working in harmony with respect to each other. You don't think he's supposed to call me and say, my man, the election here, why you're thinking? Because you are the one over there. Anybody that recommend, I will declare support for that person. It's a dumb deal for me to knock my chest in the district and say, we'll carry the person. And the vice president said, no objection. The senator who came from there, the senator of the country say that the person, one party mandate will support the person. But on the contrary, that we agree on something, you deviated from it. If I had gone already to challenge that I will support a Gossip by all means, or I will support Bori Badi by all means, openly declare, and he's supporting Koto, how the world will look at us. So as an elderly person, I decided to waive everything and say I will not do it. I will be neutral. My neutrality was based on endurance, but I was hurt and felt disgrace in my own district. He doesn't want to lead the neck of Nima County. When you are elected as a senator, it is a full responsibility to take charge of the country. Not vice president, not president. Do you guys want me to sit supinely and be happy when this such a thing is going on? Then what made me senator? Even the party that the old man left for all, may so rest in peace. I'm looking there like an ostracized person. You want to dignify me. You want to tell me I'm not organized? Why you think the Nima boy elected me as a senator? And that respect is not given to me. We should respect each other. Whosoever attempting to intimidate me with voodoo, with sound of intimidation to say we'll bring somebody to do this, the Liberian way they say that vla. I will die natural death. Nobody will kill me. Because when you kill me, that beat you and you will be cursed. The curse will forever remain on your head, and blood stain will remain on your hair, and you will not survive easily. You will end up with disgrace. How can you think, or why would you even think to take away somebody's life? For what? Then the police will look up to, you report their case to, they don't take record on the individual. Can you imagine? So if I were to die, like, yeah, Share, nobody will talk about it. They say, oh, but I remember saying, what I should go, why you die for? Is that what all going to sickness or disease on me?
I would not know if it's wrong, but one thing that I was not able to accomplish that I wanted to accomplish was after the war, the Liberian people elected me, and in fact, the Liberian people elected me to unite the country. I was not able to get some of the other factional leaders to return to Liberia. I was not able to get one or two of the political leaders to return. And I think they helped to provoke the situation. I was able to do a whole lot. Strangely, the LPC, these were all warring factions, and all of the other warring factions, I was able to bring them into government. In fact, most of the combatants that fought for the government during the war were the combatants of the warring factions that fought against me. So I accomplished bringing them together. I accomplished making sure that the issue of tribalism went away in Liberia. But I mean, to a great extent, I think most Liberians now, if you went to Liberia and took a poll, they would say Mr. Taylor did his best.
Any other regrets?
The second regret is that I was never able to get the United States to understand me. I was never able to get them to work with me, which is so essential for Liberia. No president of Liberia, no president can make it successfully unless he is online with Washington. Now, I am not the type of guy that you can pick up a telephone and command. I don't take that. I didn't take that from Washington. Then, even if I were elected president, I would not take it. I'm not that kind. I'm not a coward. But I do believe that a good working relationship is essential for any president of Liberia, or that president will fail.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up when you stumble, stop slipping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta whip us more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people that's us, the government betray us. So much. I said, they lie.
Yeah.
The people who us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. I said, we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that left us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach in.
Welcome. Welcome. This is Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. And today is Tuesday. Today is the 26th day of May 2026.
I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up more, yeah? Okay, let's go.
A lot is on our menu for tonight. Stay anticipating the arrival of Austin Kawa. I'm here in your company again. My name is JUNKIES Morris. And welcome to the platform.
Wherever you are following us from, whatever means you are using to follow us, I want to say shalom. I will take a quick break, and when I'm back, I'm going to dig deep into our menu tonight. As Sheikh Mustafa Akuyate apologizes, buckled and capitulated. Buckled and capitulated, fell flat on his belly as he was squeezed by legislators. Even though he said he wouldn't have apologized, he stood by everything he said, that lawmakers received bribes to sign concession agreements to remove Representative Yeke Koluba and other blatant allegations that are against the interests of Nigerians. A lady was arrested in the name of raising false alarm over the outbreak of Ebola virus in Liberia. And now the truth is coming out that individuals who went to the eastern part of Africa for a conference on their return, signs and symptoms were shown. So surveillance is being taken. We will listen to the Enfield Director General as she gave us a play-by-play description.
The people lie to us. The government betray us.
And other issues.
No one to trust.
As Team Weah is about to be selected on the United States of America national team for the upcoming World Cup in split weeks. And many interesting developments in the interest of Liberia to be discussed on this platform as I return after taking a short break from our sponsor here that power this show, that's Crime Stopper Liberia.
Your mission, your intention to the nation, you got nothing to show. Nothing.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilanticide justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have, We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Clem Science, your community farm fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Clem Science.
Yeah, we need peace. We need unity, equal rights and justice. Yeah. Now don't get right out here. Show clear heart and love to your fellow man. Can't be me, they can't be you. Now they have to keep it how they say, can't be you, they can't be me. Now they just get it on everything, can't be us, they can't be you. We are so simple, and I so say shit. Listen, every day I see better people suffering, then I see a small in your hand. Then they acting and they lucky. You're looking at that so African mentality. Destructive jealousy, hatred, envy, empty black heart, that desperate society. For the only just the present day, everybody say you see that same old mentality. When you not know me, I know you. You not follow my code, you do me, I do you. The only way that you can break it to you, either jump and you face me, I face on you. Or in the chef chase, the African mentality. The bosses, who crying for now with your way, who crying talking. Yeah, let's have it. All of people on the side talking, no way we let it. Talk away, quick boy, it is show. Talk away, boy, the people can't talk. Be myself and I. Be myself and I. Be myself and I. Be myself and I. Right when I was away, it can't be me, it can't be you. Everybody wanna say I'm real, it can't be you, it can't be me. You know, I was looking to go too far. It can't be us, it can't be you. And I'm following you, shining too far. I'm so sick, and I'm so sick.
Everybody want it for themselves. Nobody want help. Nobody. Everybody fighting for themselves. Yeah. From one person to one family, one credit from the same community. Yeah. Now the African mentality. More than AIDS affecting the society. There's no more competency. Let's check every ministry. Yeah. From work to get salary. Yeah. The African mentality. Even students to get scholarship. Now I see home mentality. They say all for one for all, for one man, one day, all and carry to evolve. Nobody rich getting rich up. Every day, while the poor people get sucked. Nobody asking for justice, security when our people on the hostage. Opposition say they want to demonstrate. I see the black crowd, see them fucking in the face. Be myself and I. Be myself and I. Be myself and I. Be myself and I. Okay, right when I was away, can't be me, they can't be you. Get everybody wanna say I'm the one for one. Get you, they can't be me. You're not here, I was looking to go too far. It can't be us, they can't be you. And I'm following you, they here, I went too far. I'm so simple, and I'm so simple. Listen, right when I was away, with tea, I was on, I didn't do it yet. I'm in your one place. Everybody got it go up and you speak to them, you put him walk on the president. Look on to just everybody wants to be. No more fighting, but still people not coming. Maybe that for today, calculate the beach plan, people in the photo in the city. You eat and eat, I don't want to know. You're not inside, you're not know. What they want, I'm not in it, and I'm going to finish everything. You're just saying, we not know. I call them Papa in Boke, Shadow, my new photo, my people, you're hello. This time, no more tea, different me, you. She can rest. Be myself and I. So say I now. Too much shine, I got you.
Me myself. That was a great interspice by the group So Fresh and Cassie Money, and that was to spice the show up. Especially, it is a show that is people driven and it's in the interest of the people. So I thought to always remind our people in terms of these lyrics that accompany such track. Is in your interest is talking about invite you to your house, stealing to your house, putting on the president, the problem from the grassroots level. You know, it captures every facet of the society. So it is seemingly our team song here next to the latter also. That's why we thought to give you a gist of it. But quickly, before I can go through with our talking points, let me hit our many ardent supporters and followers who continue to support this platform. Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. Again, my name is Junkies Morris. Austin should be here, hopefully, in a jiffy if he does not come, and then that will be due to some unforeseen circumstance, which will be considered, and we hope to have Austin here on tomorrow. So I'm Junkies Morris here alone, driving you through with the many talking points lay out for you before taking my break. So our stream here, we quickly recognize Mawata ability Prince SC Junior. He says, "Good evening. My name is Prince SC. He's following from Bong. He said his CKA bombing. He said his CKA guy is not making new land and Marcus Dennis. every Coleman who is the RG has that responsibility with regards to their duties and function in protecting lives and property to launch an investigation that will be impartial, speedy, and fair, so that at least we have an understanding as Liberians that we are protected. We can be protected by our security apparatus. We can be protected by the laws. We can be protected by our leaders. And we can guarantee that we have people in charge of our lives. So it's important that an investigation is launched, regardless of portfolio, regardless of position in society. The laws are blind. The laws should take effect when they need be. The laws should not see Junkies Morris. The law should not see Austin Kawa. The law should not see Khan Oliver Khan, Wendell Neiman, Esther Daffy, Abu Sharif, and so on. The law should be blind. The law has been blind, and that was the structure of the Magna Carta. For the law to be blind, it does not see position. It applies to everyone, free, fair, transparent. And with our denial. So the fact that such photos and videos, information trending, like it have been in other cases, the case with the late Tony, the late wife of Mr. Samuel Jackson, the Liberia National Police will need to quickly launch an investigation as they were swift, like airport shuttle, in making sure that they get into the detail of what led to the death of Anthony. So this one is not different. Investigation has to be launched. And I think it is important for the Ministry of Internal Affairs to do that. During the week, there have been a lot of activities going on politically. Since the system is back on, let me quickly recognize our many followers before I be carried away because I'm about to blast these scaffolds. Cowboy Weeder is following. He says he's following from Mark B County, Kakata. Forest Cooper is also following from Harbell, Postville. Augustine T. Musa is following. Jude Wonwe is also following. Saturday, Zombie Wonduwe, my man there from Atlanta, Georgia. Saturday, welcome to the platform. I know you can interchangeably be listening to we AB. So welcome to the platform. This is Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9, one of Liberia's biggest platform that only provides freedom for all Liberians. Marie Snotty Dupo is following. Stephen Fowler Jr. is watching from Ghana Beach Music Factory. Samuel Kofi Wu Jr. We are 2029 show. Lucinda Benda, she celebrates her birthday on Friday. That's the 29th of May. That's one day after Wisdom, Jason Wisdom, Nemo Morris, my boy's birthday. He will be on the 28th of May 2026. He will be 7 years. He's in Maryland. So happy pre-birthday to you, son, Wisdom Morris, and happy pre-birthday to Lucinda Bender, an ardent follower and ardent supporter of Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. You'll be celebrating your birthday on Friday, the 29th of May 2026. Welcome to the platform. She's following. Samuel Kofi Woods is also following. Melvin Nathaniel Roosevelt Jolo. He said, good evening, Austin. I'm watching live from Morovia. Yeah, Austin is not here. I'm here alone. Okay. Guys, kindly share the show and invite others to join the conversation. Thanks for that, Melvin. That's great of you. Lucinda Bender is asking for Austin. Lucinda, the birthday woman on Friday. Austin is not here, he'll be here tomorrow. So Matt Tunian is also watching from Broadway. Timothy Swain from Greenville, Sando County. Estelle M. G. Play is watching from Battlefield Junction. Bobby Gunn is watching. Yeah, the Junction. Yaman Celia is following me. Harry City is also following me. He says, "Good evening, Mr. Morris. I'm following from Account New Georgia. Grace Common, Terry Community Residents. Dubon Hill is watching. Dubon should be watching from overseas. Josiah Morris is also watching. And thanks to all of you there for following, all of you watching me. Put Kadosh Olua Boboro Kadosh. Simeon Zoo Jr. is watching. He said, "Good evening, junkies." Simeon, thanks for following. And Kadosh is Julius Weir. Julius Weir is following. Thanks for following, bro. This is the show Freedom Heart Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. Thanks to all of you. So, like I was saying, the Ministry of Health is the authority responsible to announce or pronounce whatever health-related instability or issue that may arise or worrying the public concern, and other auxiliary entities that are attached to the Ministry of Health in line with the act creating them. A lady who has an idea based on her proximity in workplace to health issues, to surveillance matter, and was even in a workshop called by the Ministry of Health to whatever entity that held that workshop, decided to create precautionary measures that had to do with informing people, guarding people, and letting people to know the threats that we are faced with, especially that we have people traveling from Liberia to the region that have a huge outbreak of the Ebola virus right now. So on that basis, the Minister of Health herself decided to call for preparedness workshop, preparedness mitigation policy workshop that will see to it that precautionary measures are taken so that we do not experience the Ebola virus like it did in 2014. Now, a lady who works in the environment, understanding the fact that she had already been briefed that individuals from Liberia have traveled to the region that we have the Ebola outbreak right now in the TR Congo, close there. So based on that, those returning from that region were being monitored, and it is being suspected that they are showing signs and symptoms of the Ebola virus epidemic, because this is a situation, or the Ebola virus is, this is a situation Liberia has experienced. We fought it heads on, we defeated it, and we know how to fight it. And so, if we have any information regarding its threat to our survival, All we need to do is to make sure the information spread out so that everyone will be prepared, and with precautionary measures, our country will be safe and our people will live healthy. The government saw that through whatever propaganda machinery, they saw that as a partisanship. We discussed that, Austin and myself, we discussed that here on yesterday. The government saw that as a partisanship or a premeditated false alarming. The government did not even meticulously launch an investigation, rushed in and arrested the woman, handcuffed her, carried her for investigation. I'm about to play the voice of an official from the Ministry of Health informing Liberians. We already start seeing signs and symptoms. So why this delay was made? So I'll play the voice, then that will be digested properly. Why? And we dig deep into that. For those that follow me live, you have to wait. I'll be back. Let me quickly play this. Let me quickly play this. And follow us. Social media followers. You see. So, okay. So this is from the Enfield. I will take it from the top, and you listen carefully to this, madam. She's from the government.
16 travelers from the region, the affected region, which included 9 Ugandans, 3 Liberians, 1 from DRC, and a double.
Courtesy to Spoon TV. This is from Spoon TV. You listen to Liberians outraged. Why the men are coming? They are showing signs and symptoms, and they will be monitored. They've been monitored. You see, so when the government, through the police, will rush in to arrest a nurse who decided to put Liberians on alert, because the reality is people from that particular area returning to Liberia, they are showing signs and symptoms of the Ebola virus disease. And the Enfield had just confirmed that. So what is the issue? Why are you rushing to arrest people on what basis? What's the false alarm? So in fact, they will more get freedom of speech. The government is really tightening that free platform and atmosphere Liberians had to express themselves. Everywhere, anything you say, the government get issued. The government runs to arrest. The government uses the law through the judiciary to invite people, to summon people, subjugate them to the whims and caprices of the power that be. Some of them end up apologizing like the legislature is being used now to humiliate and intimidate people. It's wrong. This is wrong, and this must be put into. The government must be serious. You know you having cases, suspected cases of people returning from the region with signs and symptoms showing that a possible Ebola virus was contacted. Instead of the government taking key on mitigation policy, preparedness, surveillance, making sure that the issue of contact tracing, all those policies are in place so that immediately Ebola say you want launch, you already prepare to punch it back at the border and will be right at the border. Anytime it wants to come, we punch it because we are already prepared. Set in our health environment is strong, stable, prepared, and aware. What's inside to go arrest the woman carrying out the police? There, it's clear now that people showing signs and symptoms that this particular stuff is here. This particular stuff is somewhere around that we need to take seriously. We need to take seriously whatever measure that will help us as Liberians to be safe. Mind you, this is a situation that had economic burden on Liberians. This is a situation that saw the army being unleashed on Liberians. So this is not an ordinary situation that somebody will want to use political gimmicks and political thinking, political side and feeling to go after individuals who mean well for all of us Liberians to be safe. We need to refrain from these things. Everywhere is politics. Everywhere politics. The fact that this woman does not have the authority to pronounce or announce anything related to the outbreak of Ebola virus disease in our country, and she tried to give caution to people so that everyone be cautious of what is expected. It was being interpreted as a woman had intent that political, and she won't push people against the government. You see what we have. So we have to erase this mindset. There are no more at least surprised that Junkies Morris will come on this platform and give me a tap on the back tonight, even the lawmakers. That's the essence of our democracy. When the right things are done, we give kudos. When people are encroaching, intruding, invading the laws, and they are bending and circumventing the law, they are arm twisting what should be, then we say a raw here. When they are in blatant violation of our laws, because that the law business we surviving, that the law business we living, and that the law business we are safe, secure, and living in peace. So we need to protect the laws. And the Lord gave us the freedom to talk. That's why we are Freedom FM 87.9. So on that, the government will need to be very tighter in their activities. The issue of randomly bundling people and carrying them central will not serve us any good. We have to take our time in dealing with issues. We are one people. Why are we acting like we are at each other's throats? We are not at war. There's no war here. That a nurse will try to give a piece of advice that, remember Junkie Morris? Yeah, don't be drinking too much soft drink so you can get diabetes. Then Austin take it as a political stunt and start running with it. What we are doing to ourselves, we are further dividing our country. Already this country is not reconciled. We are further dividing our country. We are doing the worst to our country, and we are not doing in the interest of our country by continuing these actions that in my mind are excesses and economical to coexistence. We've long lived together. Why are we taking the way we should live together as one people, like we in Libya or we in Somalia, where one faction on the other side, another food? So no. This is Africa's dependable democracy. Yes, we fought war. After the war, what we did, we bounced on them. We bounced on Africa by showing them good manners. We bounced on Africa by showing them that democracy is possible. We bounced back on Africa by showing Africa that peaceful coexistence is the way to go. We show to Africa and the entire world that peaceful transition of power is possible. That peaceful transition of power is possible. We've done that with the peaceful handling of power from a 12 years straight consecutive 12 years, two-term president, former leader of this country, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, to at the time Ambassador Dr. George Manawia. Through a democratic process with the voices of the people, power was peacefully transferred to Mr. Joe Baka again. Liberia is the beacon of hope in regards to protecting Africa's democracy. Liberia is the shining star for Africa's democracy. Liberia is the platform, the foundation on which Africa is rewriting history. Let no man fool you. Don't think because you are in Liberia. This is a great place. This is a great place that God has endowed us with. We need to dwindle the rhetorics. We need to bring down and lower the outburst, the enmity, and the grudges we bear against one another. Because, let me say this to you, all those things won't benefit you anything. They take everything away from you. Whether you are in a position of government or governance, or you are outside of government, or you somebody will get money or you get money, it gives nothing to you, it adds nothing to you. What it does is it takes everything from you. It takes peace from you. It takes joy from you. Because anytime you see Thomas Father, your heart will jump. So like Christopher T. City, welcome to the platform. Yo, how with John? Eh? City Geeks, welcome. Yes, City Geeks. Sure. And immediately you see City Geeks or Abraham Pamela or Jerry Yonwe, Josiah Morris, any of our colleagues here following us via our platform, and Julius Weir. We have coexisted. We have coexisted. There can be no way that going after Julius Weir will benefit me as a person. It takes everything from me. It takes my joy. Because anytime I see Julius Weir, I frown. The mind controls the body so that the mind reflects on the grudge that I have for Julius Weir, saying he didn't treat me well at a certain point in time, or City Geeks, who is there in the West, that didn't treat me well at a certain point in time. They are not thinking of what I have in heart for them, so they are living in peace. But I want to be living without joy. Anytime I see them, I'm angry until they leave that particular place. If I'm forced where I get my disposable income, if I'm forced to work with them there and no way to wait, I will not be in peace until we leave the working place for 8 hours. Is that how we want to live? A Josiah Joker who serves as the head of the Civil Service Agency goes to the MCC program, the Morrill City Corporation program, and threatens. Oh, look, it sounds funny, but where we are, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. These guys are creepily bringing Liberia to the brink. Where we are is dangerous. A man wearing the t-shirt of an established group to support Mr. Bwaka's second term in the name of Nimbo. Josiah Joker wears the paraphernalia of a parallel structure of the Unity Party that seeks to retain Mr. Bwaka 2029 and goes to a function at the Morrill City Corporation and threatens Liberians who are entitled to employment. Under Article 8 and Article 18 of the Liberian Constitution, the 1986 revised. Mr. Josiah Joker is peddling his influence in disregard to Article 90 of the Liberian Constitution that prohibits conflict of interest. This is a man who should be there to safeguard the law that stamps on conflict of interest, because he is the head of the Civil Service Agency. He is the man that should provide for the security of civil servants wherever they are, under whose government, whose administration, which party is in leadership. This is a man who is responsible to protecting and safeguarding the rights of civil servants. He goes to a Morrill City Corporation MCC program or function and threatening a number of MCC workers that they are in a constant habit of using their Facebook and social media pages to speak against the government, particularly the president, and he, as the civil service director general, the civil service boss, the thing looking funny. I wish I see you here tonight. And I also go work for a girl. I met Josiah Joker again. Also, that Josiah Joker again threatens civil servants like they did to people who, in their mind, would party paraphernalia and party regalia to do their political bidding, whatever campaign or so they put people down at the Montreal City Corporation, the Montreal City Police, the EPS, and other places. They thought and felt as government they were threatened by those people because those people who party paraphernalia. Come to think about it, Julius Jefferson Jabo Senior, man of God, welcome. He says, "Good evening, my dear brother, the powerful chairman." Yeah, great man. We are here. We are here, and hope to see you in Zwaju. Hope to see you in Zwaju. Look, come to think about it, Josiah Joker, the head of the Civil Service Agency of Liberia, wears party share, or supposedly an institution that supports the second term bid or re-election of Mr. Bwaka as president of this country. Like the United Party did after taking power, they said people in the Montreal City Police at the time and the EPS, they were parading with photographs, videos around the place that those guys or those individuals were involved with campaigning for political parties, and they were seen in regalia of political parties. On that basis, they were not trusted to work with the system. Assuming without a meeting, the CDC or any other political party takes power and decides to live with history and decides to go by precedence. Josiah Joker, you heard of civil service, yeah, you get 10 years. We're supposed to retain you, but the last time, here is your photo. You're wearing Nimbo share, dancing, cocos. So, my man, see you. Yeah, have a nice time. Thanks for your services. How will you feel, Mr. Josiah Joker? The intellectuals, you are the educated people. I don't know everything. Now you get 5-year strategic plan to upgrade, to change around, to make good the environment that is constitutionally provided for you to oversee. History have given you the opportunity to change it around, to make our civil servants safe at workplaces, to make them feel the value of being citizens of Liberia, to place them above the waters that they think and corroborate or synchronize their nationalism with their pride, and understand that they need to exert self-esteem so that they have the mindset of participating genuinely and crucially in the economy because they've been protected. You are providing the slippery ground where civil servants can just be easily redundant or retired by any government that comes to power without following the laws that are on the books because, quote unquote, they were associated or affiliating with certain political organizations. Is that the precedence you are setting, Mr. Josiah Joker? You were National Independent Movement for Boaka. That is strictly for the re-election of Mr. Boaka. It was said by the flag bearer of that institution, Mr. Thomas Fala, the Deputy Speaker of Liberia, that the institution was founded, established to see Mr. Boaka retains the presidency for another almost 6 years. So that means you have taken SAR. So are you saying, Mr. Josiah Joker? Because it is a clear indication that when a United Party partisan supposed to work in the government, violating Article 5 of the Liberian Constitution that talks about providing an environment where all Liberians will be encouraged to participate in government or in the governance structure of our country. You are further vindicating the statement from the party chairman, Mr. Luther Tappe or Reverend Luther Tappe, saying that the United Party, whether you like it or not, will lead this country for over 200 years. That's why he believed in his heart. So, you are tightening your bows, stratifying yourself, and consolidating power through all of the avenues that should be available for Liberians to freely flow and understand that they are Liberian citizens and they have the right that every individual citizen has. Civil servants are now forced to join the United Party. That is the clear message the civil service boss is sending out here. He goes to the program there at MCC function and threatens people who decided to be neutral or maybe critical of the government or critique the government on excesses that are not in line with how the government should proceed in the interest of the people. Mr. Josiah Joker, who is not the head of MCC, comes to a function of MCC and threatens Liberians who have the right under Article 8 and Article 18, when you read them separately, that talks about the government to provide for employment. If you read Article 8, it talks about the government to provide the environment where all Liberians will have employment. 18 provides for the conducive environment for all employment that Liberians will have. Those are being violated. The aspect that talks about associating freely and disassociating is being violated. The fact that a civil servant at the MCC is being threatened, their constitutional right to freely express under Article 15 of the Liberian Constitution is also being violated. Article 5 is being violated. That talks about allowing Liberians the integration into the governance structure of our country. The government, through the civil service agency, had blatantly violated Article 90A and B of the Liberian Constitution, that it is set the basis for the statutory law, which today is named and styled the Code of Conduct. These excesses are a blatant, broad day consolidation of power. Let no Liberian take this lightly. It is a broad day, blatant consolidation of power by the government. By the government, using every arm of the government to subdue, to subject, to oppress, subjugate, and twist and succumb Liberians to what they don't want to do. In fact, the case with former Minister Samuel Twe, jurors who were impaneled at the time that case was on in the February term of court, are being pressurized, are being threatened, tormented at their job site to lie or to change what is the fact and what is the truth and what is the evidence, to change it in the favor of the government because the government wants it the way they want it. This is a blatant, broad day consolidation of power by the government, and no Liberian should overlook this. Let me say this for free. I do not hope on any official of government to say I get one representative that, depending on to fight for Liberian people, when things are going wrong, the representative will fight and stop it. I don't get confident in one. Zero. Until they prove otherwise. Although I get some men there. But then show me reason to believe that a vote of confidence can be reposed in them. The government is using the legislature to arm twist, to subvert what the laws provide for. The government is using the legislature to intimidate journalists, to intimidate lawyers, to intimidate judges, to intimidate civil servants, to intimidate even clergymen who are not in line with the government bad policies and are critiquing. So the government have a reverse, come back to her senses and do the needful in the interest of Liberians so that we have an environment that is safer and peaceful. No, the government is not doing that. The government is using the civil service. She didn't stop to the legislature by using the regime speaker, the regime de facto speaker, rather, the regime de facto speaker, Honorable Richard Namweku, the regime de facto speaker, is being used to burglarize the office of a sitting speaker. He was used just to drag his way to power, nicodemously and surreptitiously. That same regime de facto speaker was used again. Allegedly, the ambassador alert who just was arm twisted and buckled, capitulated to apologize to the legislature because he's scared to go something. You probably say, No, joking boy, these are here for that thing. You'll be enjoying yourself. Also, there'll be so be the prophet. The American content power the article for the fool. The American lock me up for 1 year. So he capitulated, he buckled. This is what you are seeing creeping. You're taking it for joke. Man, Sisi, you're taking it for joke. I'm joking. The legislature is being used by the de facto regime speaker to arm twist legislation in the interest of self-benefit. It was alleged by the ambassador at large of the government, the Unity Party government, that lawmakers took bribes to pass on concession agreements. The legislature is being used to make the men who said to them that I will not apologize, stand by everything I say, because the thing that I'm saying are true. The man go back to them. The man was intimidated and arm twisted to withdraw his statement like a boy. And he withdrew his statement. Now why I say he buckled and capitulated in the words of former President Taylor. The guy say I take it back. The thing I say, in fact, I will go on OKFN again, I'll tell people say I see. These are the people who are wanting to lead us. There's somebody who even contested to be president. He buckled and capitulated in a plenary that has an illegitimate speaker presiding. The man scary. The man scary. The man fall flat on his belly. Sheikh Kuyate, I got no regard for you again politically. Intellectually, I got no regard for you. I only respect you as a big brother and as my fellow man. But in terms of your policy, no matter how you come, I got no regard for you. I think it would have been okay if the entire world would see those guys who you accuse of receiving bribes to sign concession agreements, who you accuse of receiving bribes to remove former Representative Yeke Koluba, and you were sitting and still sitting as the ambassador at large to the president, meaning you are the president emissary, you are the president expediter, and such position allows you proximity to the president. So otherwise you said you knew what you were saying. Today, you will buckle and capitulate, you will fall flat on your belly. You are not a man. But I want you to know that all the shamor that you are making, that the place there that you're supposed to go and make your name for the whole world to see you and for Liberians to lift you. Every man is born to die. Scary people that you want to lead us. Say you want to be president. Maybe you hold the presidency, now maybe you come back again to senator. Say you want to be senator. I want people to trust you. That's why I can play this song usually when I come on the platform. I can't just be playing it. I'm not a DJ. But I can be playing it for Liberians to get the message. Me, myself, and I. You steal into your heart and you put him more on the president. Eh? You able to defend it till you talk. You get talking. Eh? That kind of lose weight. That lose talk there.
Yeah. We need peace. We need You and the enemy equal right and justice and power. Yeah. Not so you right and high hand. So clear high and love for your fellow man.
You hear the young man? He said, not chunky right, hard in hand. You chunk right, you can't hide your hand. Junkies Morris, where the pepper will soon come back at me, so to have my hand. There, where you're supposed to unveil to the entire world the kind of excruciating pain these guys who are just short-sighted are not looking beyond, are not looking at the future, what they continue to do to us Liberians and to themselves. Because these are the same guys, when they leave offices, when they leave that legislature. Princess Sakida Nyimane, he was represented district number 1 Lofa County. You know what happened? He was defeated. He was beaten and dragged in the political mud by Thomas Farah, now who is the deputy speaker. Why he was defeated? By somebody who was residing in Monserrado County and serving as a lawmaker in Monserrado County. Why Francis Nyimane was defeated? Because he was inept at the legislature. He was corrupt at the legislature. Corruption, it is not only receiving brand envelope. Your role as a lawmaker to properly provide oversight so that your people get the needful, to properly represent your people, and to be a proponent of good laws. You don't have to be the one who may derive laws or crap laws, but to encourage and support, sponsor, push, lobby, and make sure good laws are passed on in the interest of Liberians. He was inept. His leadership as representative for 6 years was negligible. On that basis, he was removed with a harsh beating. The people whipped him in District 1, Lofa County, the Foya District. You know what happened? Immediately he was defeated by Thomas Farah. Now, the deputy speaker, Mr. Joe Baka, the president who came to power as the new head of state, appointed him as Minister of Internal Affairs for him to go hustle on the other side. Say they represent the area, they couldn't make it, Thomas Farah, couldn't make it Monserrado, Farah go on outside, they carry some of the money there, and make it for him, so they needed to accommodate him. They gave him Minister of Internal Affairs. Liberians, have you one day asked yourselves, this man used to be a lawmaker, a representative. What is his performance report under the years? You don't ask those questions. We come here, we just loquaciously talk, and nothing comes out of it. Only the plenty talking, you're just here, and you're just called to your response with plenty talking, no action. And that's it. Liberians, when was the last time you asked yourselves, that a man who was lawmaker will stoop so low to become superintendent in the county? Sometimes going to the extent of becoming district commissioners. Baron Zanwie, Superintendent Rosses, because of his support to Unity Party. Formerly supporter of the CDC. You see how the people making fun out of you? Ellis Chasia Grant, Superintendent Grant Judea County, formerly of the CDC, supported the Unity Party. They had a minute to you. So you'll just be there, be at the job. Remember, you see, okay? We are going to get a better other position. You're going to get a better other position They may then use the other same people as tool. Mhm. They use the other same people as tool to get other position. So then they say, okay, I'm not supporting Senator Wisse. I'm supporting Winston Michael Tappe. You see? Eh? Now the thing will just be going on. Look at what's happening. The man said he went to the same plenary, checked Mustafa Kuyate said he will not apologize. He stick on his word, he stand by his statement. Today, the man changed. Like man who say he wanted to be president. The man changed. The man say he wanted to be president. But that small heat, they pull in the man. I say, man, sorry, I beg you, I forgive you. Man, easy. I beg you, man, I want to go solve that problem, kill man. The thing why I say, the way they looking, although I see you, I was there all the time they were passing the evidence to you. I see the evidence myself part of you. And I'm an SP tattoo. You myself and say I carry some envelope to some men else. But how you looking? How come a man the public here? If you don't want to let me to be president, I mean betray them. Tell me you're sorry. It's why I say I'm meaning. I like to interspice the show with these lyrics. They are inspiring. Rachel Morris, thanks for following the show. Senator Wisa, thanks for following. Jefferson Jabo Senior, thanks for following. Man of God, Winston Tape, Mary Bobo, Julius Kadosh, Julius Weir, thanks to all of you for following the show. Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. I'm Junkies Morris, your humble servant. So we discuss a lot. The government using the CSA with the CSA boss threatening civil servants of their fundamental rights to expressing freely on things that they think are not satisfactory to them. The civil service boss is being used as a tool to intimidate, torment, provoke, coerce our people, take the jobs from them, and make them worthless in society, rip them of their dignity. That's the mission of the civil service agency boss, Josiah Joker. Josiah Joker is being used to turn the entire civil service into a political party auxiliary. That's why you saw what you saw. You were here when this man on the 24th of May was parading the Tottenham Boulevard in Congo Town in a Nimbo t-shirt, and his entire regalia was Nimbo, which supposed Mr. Joe Barker for president 2029. So he's being used to pressurize all civil servants to go in the direction of the Unity Party. Even though civil servants were seen at their job sites, at their working places, they were seeing some of them boycotted work. They did not go to work to attend the rally of the Unity Party, and they were allowed under egalitarianism to associate with their political party during political time. And they were the people saying, you harmonize our salary, we'll harmonize your pay. Unlike today, the Unity Party is using Josiah Joker, who is the civil service agency boss, to succumb civil servants from making independent decisions according to their constitutional franchise. You go at the legislature, a de facto illegitimate regime speaker sits there and twists every legislation in the direction of the regime, even though most of them don't favor the Liberian people. To include the increment of 3% to the 10% of GST, which is goods and service tax. It used to be 10%, it has been increased to 13%, putting a direct, excruciating economic pain and burden on you, the common people, and living lavish and living in opulence, driving fleet of vehicles that even lawmakers in the United States of America are not driving. Modern vehicles, customized and standardized, using your money. And when we talk, they say you should not listen to us, you should listen to them, because they are the bourgeois. They wear fan watches, fan costumes, and good shoes, expensive shoes, the watches they wear, the spray they wear. So when you are attracted to them, then they are the people you take serious, and you don't take what we say to you that is the truth. You don't take it serious, and you listen to them. You continue to be a vicious cycle. Bring these people to power. To continue to suffer you. So I know how you expecting yourselves to move from in the slavery according to you say you in. The same people still coming around. You see it? Civil servants were allowed, and it was acceptable to say you harmonize my salary, I will harmonize your vote. It was acceptable for them to freely participate, associate, and campaign with their association or their institution. Today, the civil service boss is threatening people from MCC, and almost every entity he has control over civil service or civil servants is threatening them to refrain from expressing their political views, even though they are allowed under the constitution of our country. The judiciary pass on a decision, or the judge sitting in open court cross-examine defendant, prosecution, and whoever drill jurors to the level that the case came to a logical conclusion. The government is still using that arm of the judiciary that was overseeing the case in the February term of court, unlawfully using that same arm to come after the same case, even though the case is closed and there can be no double jeopardy. The case is closed. Mr. Samuel Toy is a free man. The government, through the prosecution, is using the judiciary arm of the government to go after people and consolidate power. Jurors that were disbanded, the jury that was impaneled for the February term of court. We are in the May term of court. They are investigating the jury panel that was impaneled for the February term of court. They are being investigated in the May term of court. Even though they are not impaneled, they've been disbanded after the logical conclusion, the legal logical conclusion that history given to us that will forever live with. These are the things the government is doing. The government is even going at the level of medicine, at the level of the health sector, with politics, targeting, witch hunting. These things are excesses that way, if care not taken, no matter how you want to polish it, if care is not taken to roll back those policies that are not in line with forward march, we'll go back to our dark days, because a hungry man is an angry man, and an angry man will always disturb you. Call me on those numbers on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Our diaspora callers, yeah, you can call me on those numbers on plus 231 86 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104. This first caller online one, your name and you joining me from where?
Thank you, EKC.
EKC, welcome, Boo.
Thank you. I enjoy your fire tonight, man. Great for us. Anyway, Father Prosper for Bell at the Realm for Justice, and we are are also pushing for the return of President Kuya 2029. And you put it right, but as for Kuyate told us that the president told him to do so. So he's not of himself. Okay? All the noise he was causing, he not made it not to stand to tell the guy, say, look, we are having information and it's factual, and I can't take my statement back. But he went to there, he said, and like you were naming some of the guys that the Unity Party are supporting today. All the Unity Party are doing today is to disgrace them. So they are just disgraced Kuyate. So if Kuyate slept over that thing, and he woke up this morning, he is not yet taking a decision to take by his word and refuse to do the right of the thing they asked him to do to us, they are doing it. They just say, because why else he will tell us in a place here that will listen to him, that will believe it. This is a man that want to become a president.
Yeah.
If a president will not be able to put it to the face of work and say, look, these things are going on, Mr. President, and we are even receiving information that you are a part of it, you don't move around society. You will say you're not getting salary for the job. Then why you want a job? Again, you should resign. It seems your character, your integrity is what matters. But if you hold on to this, there is no integrity associated with you, Mr. Kuyate. So, we're going to what I'm so, my brother, the government is not serious. What we are saying to our people, you know all the measures. Ebola came here, coronavirus came here, you know what all we did in our way for trying to protect ourselves. Let us start doing it. Because the next time these people come out, I'll be telling you how many cases they got here. Because for them to prosecute our war, to handle for putting on information in a child, somebody leaking up for there, you have been suspended today. And then they are coming out to tell us that they are giving prominence on 16%. The question we ask is, why about those people that were on the same plane that came along with it? Where are they? Why about the immigration officers that they keep in contact with at the airport? Some of them are that want to go pick them up. And one time you started keeping your confidence on the 16 people that you're talking about. The next time they come up, they'll be justifying their $4.2 million. So all you need to do is try to do some social distancing, go continuing in watching, be okay at your house, have your sanitizer with you, and they can show you so that you and your family are safe. Because if you mind this government, you will not get nowhere. That will be a bad news for us. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Edmond Carr, Edmond Keka, the visually impaired for the return of President We are 2029. This caller online too. General, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Amen. Yeah, my TPS MPT to the women.
So I'm calling for meeting this coming for 4 o'clock. I'm a birthday. So can discuss how we get from.
Okay.
The issue. Look, that therefore I don't share with that story. And that this is for moving and traveling. So why is it? Because I did job city, I did get friends. From when they travel, I'm calling that so I so yes. I'm telling my boy, I'm telling him he's laughing and saying, "Oh, it's not hard." For the people that follow today, when they say, "Who can the people like this?" They will show that period that I will not bow down to the people from the worker. I will not apologize. I will go there and say, "I want to say to them." So go see that man worship and don't say all the people who are saying that he's not saying to go and tell them, "I'm very sorry for what I'm saying."
The man buckled and capitulated in the words of Chatiro.
Yes. And then people will come and will say, so I said my wrong, I will never apologize, I will get there. But to see, we are there. Putting a date, seeing him. You're not there enough. You're not there enough. It's so important to my song. I want to say that way around, but I want to say on the venue.
Yeah.
So if a friend is saying that, they say that you get it. You show
That will love make us now. Man City, that will love make us. Yeah, take the useless back. Let's try to frame how we address them. Don't address them as useless.
And when you go to for example, as a question of what, going office or job, like the next thing that I'm before, I beg my desk here. No, my brother, they finish the alarm more than it is space. Because of the space that they put. This is what he said. What the one say, when I'm back, you go to for meeting, but the back one for meeting. What is the end for this? And what is said to them that can't get other than what for people to the country and get to the country and pass with the escape. The woman of treatment. The so you have been here for the one sitting to operate in the chapter. What would it be? What you say? She don't come up to us, say, oh, just come for me, for his time, for us. Who said no? For fun, for them. For example, they will come to say this and that to people. And so you are telling her you have to see, so I say they are in hospital. They all have to be treated. Checking them for what? Checking them for what? What is that?
Hey, you arrested somebody? Yeah, what you checking for now? Sorry. Thank you, General. This caller on line 3. Your name and you joining me from where? Quickly. My best say go ahead quickly. No time.
Yeah, just like it is. I want I want to be inspired. The same was where you was back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, my Bessie. Okay, my Bessie. Thank you, my Bessie. We leave my Bessie there and go straight back to line 1. Your name and where are you joining me from?
Yeah, Johnny Murray. I can be on street.
By God's grace, I'm gathered. Go ahead quickly. No time.
Okay. There's a money that you want to help your chance follower of the brand for taking up. First of all, before I go on the line, I want to tell my city they will make the how much important to the spirit family.
Yeah, sure.
So, Johnny Murray doesn't tell you the government. When I say one of the most government efforts that God is doing at the government is, but Johnny Murray, the people, you are saying I was in the book. That year the book will not be this. The full of order that they are found with the but that is the book. Don't be surprised. Don't say you are surprised of the government. Anything can happen. And when it happens, they will defend their interest. When our other people, when our other people today, they are anyway, if Moruba is far on, around a cross far, you get it just where all around.
Okay.
Yes. So don't be surprised of that. Secondly, the the people have been, the woman people, and there are some fighting have been infected by the way they are observing that they get, the way they get Ebola. Now the government is taking all that, and they still paying, and they are requesting for money to protect the Nigerian people. So the woman now, they check the woman, they kill the woman, they disgrace the woman.
The people don't see
How
it.
government can feel?
Okay, Bunny Kerry. So we'll leave it there because of time. I will take this second to last caller. Yeah, quickly, 20 seconds.
Yes, thank you so much, and thank you for giving me to be the last. I don't want to go and let everybody else have to go. But the main check we have to take it to court. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think this particular guy called check granted is the one that made me to start to put me in the today. 2023 is the guy who gave us radio and started buying here in what we are in America, and we are.
Yeah. This caller, hello, let's close up with you and call it a night. Hello? Yeah, quickly, 15 seconds. Go to the point, your name, and quickly go to the point. Yeah, go ahead.
To the point for me, I don't trust this government, I don't trust that this. People just see this time for that. The last party, the little party trial record. The little party is on top of Ghana party. The hero pay the woman out to their chunky thing, the public to their chunky, they are going they forgery and say that and see the reaction in the people. That day, you have to trust there and see that the government is a female government, I see that they are playing games. The whole game playing, bring it all up to the full reaction, then we'll say what they want to fight Ebola. They will call it our mind. Oh, I just want to stay on a very show right now and I went out of credit. For me, to go feel time for the woman, yeah, that's their own, feelings. I have a feel about things. But for me, I know that school, everybody wants to see everybody else for them. So in case they say, no, you won't lie. I don't want happy, that one happy. They carry their case, people feel her, they get it one, they do it one. They take a very criminal-minded government. They can do anything to get money. They are gobbling. Gobbling is an agent, they are very ugly, wicked animal that can do anything. If we will take him on that to get money. I don't trust that day, I don't trust the government. That's our contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. Yeah. All those that try calling, I want to say thanks for calling. Those that are just sitting and they don't call, all of you, we respect your support to this platform. This is Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. And that's how I call it at night. My name is JUNKIES Morris, and to all of you, I want to say good night and bye-bye. I will be here tomorrow on the May week's edition, which is the Wednesday's edition of the program Freedom Hard Talk here on Freedom FM 87.9. Bye-bye, JUNKIES Morris. The bosses,